I uploaded a video like I promised last week. Pretty cool. If you haven't watched last week's video, make sure to check that out. I will link it at the end of this video. In the meantime, enjoy this video. This week's video is about my top 2 approaches to promote muscle growth. What I'm about to share with you guys right here, right now, is what I think had the biggest impact on my fitness journey and got me from this to this in roughly 4 years before we even start this thing. I really want us to be on the same page. Guys, I'm not even close to being a professional at this stuff, nor do I have a fancy background in health and fitness. What I have on my side, however, is my countless hours of deep research. Is protein good for you?
Yes, protein good.
I'm exaggerating, of course, but more importantly, I speak based on practice and experience in the training style of bodybuilding. Like I said before, I'm sharing things that work extremely well for me. Might not for you, but it might. But in all seriousness, to kick off my list on muscle growth, we got isolation. And by this I mean a training style that focuses on isolation. The human body has so many muscles with different functions. It's fascinating and scary. However, are you training each of those muscles equally and properly? No? Start there. My favorite example of this is shoulders. Bro, I just killed my shoulders, man. Damn, bro. Which part of the shoulder? My shoulders, bro. I did so much of this stuff. Okay. So your front delts. What about the other part of the shoulder? Exactly. The shoulders consist of 3 main parts with 3 different functions. You have the front deltoid, the side deltoid, and the rear deltoid. When people share with me their shoulder workout routines, I often find that they unknowingly focus on the front delt. So when do you train the rest of the shoulder? If you neglect the other parts of the shoulder, you're unfortunately creating a muscle imbalance, and that's no bueno. Focusing on the front delt, the side delt, and the rear delt will allow you to develop a well-balanced and impressive full shoulder. So back to what I said about isolation. When I work out, I want to make sure that I'm hitting every individual muscle by incorporating a variety of different exercises that will allow that. Next up is hypertrophy training. Hypertrophy simply means the increase and the growth of muscle cells. Pretty straightforward. That's what expands the muscles and make you look jacked. Surprisingly, when you start lifting and you want to grow muscles, this concept is often overlooked. Personally, nobody really explained to me the impact of a good hypertrophy training. They just said, lift like this, then do this, then some of this, then like that, and some of this. Of course, we have to start somewhere. So doing that is also fine, don't worry about that. But when you really dive into it, you'll find that there's a little bit more to it than just lift. So how do you train to focus on hypertrophy? By increasing the amount of sets and number of reps. This allows your muscles to have a longer time under tension, and so a greater opportunity for muscle growth to occur. My favorite way to make sure that I'm hitting that hypertrophy range in a safe way while maintaining good form is by incorporating drop sets. What is a drop set? Check this out. After warming up, set up a heavy weight that you can control for more than 5 reps minimum. When you start to lose your form and begin to swing the weight due to fatigue, you lower that weight and you keep going. Dropping that weight allows you to keep crushing reps, all while maintaining good form. And when you can't do that anymore, guess what? You keep going until you can't. The end goal here is to make the lightest weight feel impossible to lift. Here I am, struggling with the bar when I started with 4 frickin' plates.
There's no better feeling than the burn of a drop set.
The burn!
Feel the burn!
Drop set. I'm sorry to say this, but the length of your set should be around 40 to 70 seconds for hypertrophy. That's long. Very long. Take your steps to do 40 secondes. C'est tellement long. Pense à curly. 40 secondes.
Okay.
It's a lot of time under tension. When you apply and combine hypertrophy training with isolation, your workouts will be on a whole other level. When I started doing this religiously, it had a crazy impact on my results. And that concludes this week's video on my top 2 approaches to promote muscle growth. Hopefully this helps you in your next workouts as much as it did for me. And just like that, I will see you guys in next week's video. It's the month!
We love you!
Don't forget to subscribe and like this video for more. Make sure to let me know in the comments what works best for you in the gym. Don't forget to watch last week's video about time management. Click it!
Click the link!
Click the link! Subscribe right here too. It's right there. It's right there. See you guys next week!